Hello everyone, xHedra here bringing you episode 25 of Compact Claustrophobia, a mod pack by your hamster. So, today we're going to continue our progression toward the high energy, high impact, oh my god, the high impact compactor, okay? So, today, I want to set up the superconducting electromagnet recipe, and I want to get the tritium lamp done, and as much as possible of the other things. The only thing that we cannot look into today is the ultimate energy input hatch, because the ultimate energy input hatch requires slime balls, and slime balls are gotten from slime block, and slime block are gotten from milk with a mushroom. And if I come back here, the moo cow mushroom, it's back here. So this episode is going to be about progression, fixing some problems and moving forward. And the next episode is going to be about getting the slime and, if we're lucky, maybe crafting the High Impact Compactor. But anyway, we have a plan for today. First thing first, I did a little bit of investigation in my other playthrough, and I wanted to show you the rooms that I created. So first off, I created this room right here. Oh, it's not named. I'm going to call this the electrolyzer room. Okay, so this room has been set up for the electrolyzers. Right now we have only 5, and we have an energy problem, but all the 5 are set up to extract the oxygen from the top, sorry, and extract the hydrogen from the sides. And all of the hydrogens, all of them are configured to void the excess because we don't need a crazy amount of hydrogen. The second thing the thing we finished in the other episode was setting up the calcium sulfate room. Now, one thing I want to do quickly is we're going to need 7 stacks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I did a quick calculation in my test world, and I need 7 stacks of calcium sulfate. Let's come out of here. We also need a couple of stacks of charcoal, which is why I had connected it with an external storage, but we're going through it faster than we're producing it. So I'm just going to stop that for the moment. Yes, I'm stopping my coal coat production, but for just a little bit until we've done the crafting, I think that's reasonable and okay. Okay, so the next thing that we need to do is we need to also fix the steel automation. So first of all, this doesn't work. I thought that it would work, but it unfortunately doesn't work. So what we have to do is we have to use a chest and something to input. I don't want to use a hopper, because the problem with the hopper and the chest is that, as you saw in the last episode, things got stuck. And things got stuck because of, how can I explain it? Yeah, so the hopper got filled with iron, and the charcoal could not get to the bottom. So what we're going to do is we're going to put an item duct instead, and I'm going to come here. I'm going to grab a chest and a servo. No, not a chest, a chest. And I know that I have these servos, but no, I want a good servo. I want this to go fast. So let's grab my last signalum servo. We're going to need to make more signalum. Put this like that, and then we can put the crafter like this. We're going to have to turn it around because they never place properly. This is such a weird and annoying bug. And now we can put the recipe back here. What we're going to do now is I'm going to request some steel. So I'm going to grab all of this steel, and I'm going to say, oh, I'm making steel. And click. Perfect. We're going to ask for 128 extra steel, which means 64 charcoal and some iron. So let's start that. And now that it's started, if I come here and I look at it, the chest is full. And let's say that I had said that I wanted 512. There would be multiple stacks of irons, and the iron would go in the hopper first, and it would jam. But by using a pipe with a servo, if you look to it, iron, coal, charcoal, iron, iron charcoal. See, it varies between the two. It takes a little bit of one, a little bit of the other, and it just varies between the two, which makes it so that this will always work. So our steel is fixed, and we can come back here, and since we've started the craft, I can now put the steel back in here. Next step. What's my iron situation? Yeah, my iron situation is not super good, so I'm going to get a couple of stacks of iron and throw that back in. And what's the next step? Oh, this, I want to cook this so I can reset it, and this is empty, so I'm going to throw that in here. Throw. I'm just getting rid of a couple of things that I don't need, just because now I'll grab back whatever I want when I need it. It's just that right now I'm trying to have a freer end so that I can do whatever I want. Let me come back here, and this is a pulverizer. You know what? Let's just throw these. These are the silver one. I still haven't configured that, but I'll do that later. Okay. Next issue we're going to have is, as I was looking in my time lapse at my grit, as you can see, I only have 21 copper grit left. And I'm really low on nickel, and kind of the same with lead. So if I look at grit, okay, the lead grit I get from tin pickaxe. So I'm gonna go here and sticks. This is so annoying. I wish there was an easy way to say always craft when less than X, so that I could always have a certain quantity. So I'm going to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tin pickaxe, and we're going to change a little setup. As you know, we now have a crazy amount of iron, and if you look here, there's no pickaxe here. Why? Because these pickaxe require constantin, and we don't have enough copper to make constantin. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the crafting upgrade, and I'm going to tell it to export tin pickaxe. So I'm going to put all of these tin pickaxe in here, and this is, oh no, it's not going to work because I need to turn this off and use blacklist instead of whitelist. And oh, I don't even need to do that. Just grab all of this and voila, just take it all out. So no, perfect, just needed to make sure, and start that back. And the way this is going to work is that I don't need constant iron, so whatever resource I'm running out, I'm just going to craft a couple of pickaxe and just put them in there. So now I have all these tin pickaxe, and all of these tin pickaxe should be getting me copper? Wait, what are tin pickaxe? Tin pickaxe are lead. Okay, so that's not the one that I want. I want the copper. So what do I need for copper? For copper, I need the bronze pickaxe. So let's do it this way. Scavenge and bronze pickaxe. So let's make a couple of those. And then set this to export. And you know what? Let's just put them like this and then throw them in the system. So copper's taken care of. Aluminum, we don't care. Lead, we took care of. Silver, we have a ton. Nickel, how do we get nickel? Nickel is with a lead pickaxe, so let's make a couple of lead pickaxe. Perfect. So now I can say export lead pickaxe and show these all in the system. Do we need something else? Nickel, uranium, constantin, steel, iron, gold. Nope. So let's look at the dusts, because there's grit and dust, and I want to make sure that I'm getting some of everything. So gravel, dirt, platinum, aluminum, titanium, solar, nitrate, copper, tin. Oh, I'm going to need tin. Lead is not one. All of these are not ones that I need. Yeah, so the other one I want is tin. Tin is made with nickel pickaxe. So again, let's make a couple of tin pickaxe and set it as an export. So all of these pickaxe are going to get exported one at a time. Pick, yeah, you can see it's going to go through. Oh, it grabbed another one. You can see them being grabbed as the other one breaks and fill the spot. So at least we're now getting some of these other resources that we need. It's not automated, but there's no way to automate crafting in round robin, where there's no way of saying craft one of this, then one of this, then one of this. So it's easier whenever I feel like I'm getting low on something, I'll just craft a couple of pickaxes and send them in the system to be able to get the resource. And now if I come here and I say copper grit, I'm already up at 160 something. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook 128 right now because I know I need copper. So we fixed 3 things. Now, time for the recipes. Super something something magnet, superconducting electromagnet. So let's make that recipe. Okay. Then we're going to need to make the magnesium dioroboride selenoid recipe, like so. Then we're going to need to make the elite plating recipe, like so. Then the elite plating requires crystal binder. Let's make that recipe, crystal binder. Now let's make the DU plating. And this one, oh, Ordic is checked, so sulfur should be okay, hopefully. And then if I come back here, this is the advanced plating that we already have a recipe for. So let's come in here. And by the way, when you put something in that system, it's not instant. So you have to give it a little moment to be detected. So I've put everything in here. I go here quickly and I go superconducting. And it's like, oh no, there isn't any. And if you wait for it to appear, it's never going to appear. You need to exit out, wait for the system to kind of refresh after a tick or two, and then come back and go, now it's detected. So we want 56. We're not going to craft the 56, but we're just going to see what we're missing. So if we're looking at this, we're missing 130 calcium sulfate, and we're missing nothing else. See, we needed 160 charcoal. So I just needed to make sure that we would be okay. This is all good. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to start with 20 for now. And start. The reason I went with 20 only is if I come back here, it's going to be very intensive on the alloy furnace. And what's this one? Not quite sure what I'm making obsidian for, but okay. And by the way, this alloy furnace, it's enough. It's time for it to go to 2nd gear. So let's go back here, upgrades, grab this, grab all of those. And let's go here and go like so. Aha, perfect, super speed. And you know what, this one I'm gonna bring to 48. 48, perfect. And I'm going to keep those for the next machines that needs it. So if we go back, we're going to have to come here and what's my modularium situation? 29. Let's go and grab some more modularium. In the modularium room, we have 7,000 something. Maybe I should connect it, but I'll do that at a later time. Perfect. So let's look at the recipe. We've started some superconducting electromagnet. We need, you know what? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to put a chest down and we're going to start accruing all of the materials that we need. So the first thing that we need to put in the chest is a machine controller. So let's come here and say machine controller. Oh, I don't have one. I need to craft one. So machine controller right here. I'm missing a copper solenoid. So let's make a copper solenoid like so. And let's make a machine controller. Machine controller. Here we're going to need 56 superconducting electromagnet. Then we need 20 compact wall and 108 transparent fission. So fission reactor casing we do have. We don't have the transparent one. So let's search for transparent like so. And we have 2 recipe because we have the other recipe making 4. You know what? I'm going to make this recipe. So I'm not going to be able to reuse these 3. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cheat. I'm going to make 3. 1, 2, 3 like this. And then I'm going to put this in the system. I don't know why I keep saying cheat. It's like, it's not cheating per se. I'm not cheating in resources. It's just a way of talking. So transparent. So now we don't need 108. We need 105. So 64. 105. And let's start that. So while this is crafting, let's look at the next step. The next step is 13 cryostabilized flux duct. Okay, so we have a problem with the flux duct. I already know this. If I look at the flux duct, I have 1 resonant, and I don't know where my other 9 is, but I have 3, and I have flux duct, and I'm pretty sure I'm out of signalum. So I need more signalum. Oh, dope. So flux duct. So let's make as many signalum as I can. That's 9. And let's make as many indium as I can. That's also 9. And let's make as many cryostabilized as I can. Oh, 10. Great. So what's my cryo situation? I need 2 for each one. So I'm going to need 20. So it's still not enough. I'm still missing 3. But at least let's go and get those started. So I'm going to come here, melt the cryothium. And oh, I have 11 here. Well, that's better than I thought. And you know what? Since I have so many, I'm going to go fix my problem that I talked to you about. I come back in this room. This is not getting enough power because of these 2 stupid tubes. We're going to change them for cryo. And now if I come in here and I look at these, haha, full power. So we are now fully generating. Let's just check. Perfect. No oxygen, no oxygen. No oxygen, no oxygen, and no oxygen. It means all of the oxygen is being used. So that's fixed. Now let's come back here. I still don't have 13, but it's not really important for now. So transparent. Oh, my 100 and... Really? So it made 108 because it's made in recipe of 4. So let's do this. What was the order? I need the 20 compact machine wall. Do I have machine wall? Yeah. 20. So I'm reserving this spot for this. This is going to be the cryostabilized flux duct. Next step is super laminar fluid duct. So super laminar fluid duct. We're going to need 8 of those. So 1, 2. That's not a hard craft though. So let's make a couple of those. And then we can do this. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. Let's put that in the chest. What's the next step? The next step is the tritium lamp. Okay, so the tritium lamp is the thing that we wanted to do to begin with. So now we're going to go back in here, and for the tritium lamp, the craft is super easy. First, I'm going to empty this because that's way too much. I'm going to turn it back on. And right here, you can see that I have 0 millibucket. I'm going to need 80 millibucket. I'm just coming back here because I want my cryo, perfect, my cryo stabilized flux duct. So I want to make sure that I'm keeping the 13. And those I can play with. Perfect. So let's go back in here, and I'm going to make a little stupid setup right here. 1 and 2. Perfect. So the first step is that we need a neutron irradiator. I already have one, but I don't want to unset it, so I'm just going to craft another one. I'm going to need 1 of these. I'm going to need some plating. So let's make... I'm going to make 8 because I think I have a second machine to make, and worst case scenario, it's going to be used by something else. If it's not this machine, it's going to be used in the next set of crafting. Let's grab this. So neutron irradiator that we're going to put right here. And I made more fluid ducts, so let's grab the hardened fluid duct. I need some servos. Do I have some cheap servos? Because there's no way that I need the very... Yeah, I do have. So I'm going to grab 2 of those. I'm going to put 1 hardened fluid duct right here. And how much in here? 20 millibucket. So we're going to put that there. And the neutron irradiator needs lithium 6. Unfortunately, I know the recipe almost by heart because I looked at so many times in my other playthrough. I'm going to come here, and 1 bucket's not going to be enough. I'm going to need 2 buckets, so I can come back here. I'm going to put these 2 buckets in, and I'm going to turn that on right now. And this should make 3 buckets. You know what? Boom! Make it fast. Then the next machine is a fluid infuser. Nope, don't have one of those either. That's why I made some extra. I knew I was going to need to make another machine. It's always like that. You always think you have everything, but in the end, you're always missing a little part. So this and this And I should be able to get my fluid infuser. Perfect. That I'm going to put right here. And like this. And do an extract job like so. Great. Molten. Okay, so I forgot one step. Void access. And now I'm going to have to kill this and do it again, because the way these machines unfortunately work is that if you don't set side, it's grab the first one and then it grab the second one. So that's another tritium. How many tritium we have here? 5. So I'm only missing 3. Let's grab some hardened glass. Like, the tritium lamp are really easy to make. Like, I thought they were going to be a bit more complex than that, but it's kind of simple and we only need 8. Just gonna come back here and go boom. And if you right click them, they have no other use. So there's really absolutely no point making more than the 8. So that's going to be a 9th. No, not the 9th, a 6th. So we still need 20 millibucket, and I'm going to stay here because I don't want to take the risk of screwing things up. So tunnel. One thing we can do while we're waiting though is setting up some automation, because I cannot run out of lithium. So let's put a tunnel right here that we're going to point toward, I passed it, toward the cable, like so. And then we're going to go cable, 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 out, and then we're going to go cable down this way, right here, and I want to put an external storage on this. So by putting an external storage here, I've now connected glowstone to my system so I can reuse it anywhere that I want. Now let's not waste any time. Let's come check here. Nope. 6. So I need a last 10 millibucket. And let's look at this. See, I'm less than a bucket. So yes, I needed more than 1 bucket. And 10. And that's the last. Perfect. So I can turn this off. So I never want to get neutron in here again. And I can turn back the production of glowstone. That's great. And we should have our 8 tritium lamp. You know what? These upgrades are too important. Let's put them right here. And I'll grab them back because I'm not going to need this setup for a little while. Now, before I go, I'm just going to finish the setup that I had started. So if I come here, right here, this is empty. And I really need to make sure that this never empties out. So I'm going to go and put a connection to the cable. And I'm going to put an exporter right here. And I'm going to configure it to lithium, like so. And yes, it's connected. So it's already getting the lithium. So this is full. That's 180 bucket. And this here, it's not full here yet, but once this is full, it's going to stop because I'm voiding the lithium 7, but I'm not voiding the lithium 6. So we should be good, and this is all automated. I can leave this place. 8 tritium lamp done. Now, if I come back here to the superconducting, I'm going to grab these 20, and I'm going to start the next 20. Yes, start. Perfect. And I'm going to put these 20 right here. What's the next thing that we can craft? Ultimate energy. We can't. Vacuum fluid input hatch. We can make those. So basically they're super simple. They're modularium, hoppers, and buckets. So I'm going to come here and say, you know what? I don't know how many bucket I'm going to need, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be more than 10. So what I'm going to do is make 2 stacks of bucket, because why not? And then I'm going to ask for 20 hoppers. Oh, I already have 8. You know what? 20 anyway. Who cares? And let's craft 20 hoppers. And then we can go fluid input hatch. So we need to make the smallest one. 1 and 2. We're going to throw them in here. Then we're going to make the second level. 2. And third level. It's the same recipe, by the way. Third level, 4th level, 5th level, 7th level, and 8th level. And there's nothing above that. Perfect. So I don't have the energy. The energy is going to be right here. But this is done. Another step of the quest done. Now we need the impulse item duct. Okay, so the impulse item duct is a bit more complicated because the impulse item duct needs the fluid transposer with energized glowstone. So we need 8 of those, and a bucket is 5. So I'm going to make 20 item duct. I'm going to grab 20, and I'm going to go and grab 2 buckets. I know that I've connected it to the, I know that I've connected it to the system, but just for now, for simplicity reason, I'm just going to grab 2 buckets because I don't want my fluid infuser to be full of glowstone. I'm not ready for that yet. So what I'm going to do is come right here, put 20 and go, and voila. And yeah, so this is making the 10. I don't know why I grabbed 20. I only needed 10. So now I can put 8 right here, and everything else is going to go back in my system, like so, and like so. Perfect. What's the next step? Next step is a tiny item input and tiny item output. So let's go and make those 2. Tiny item. We're going to need an input, like so, and an output, like so, and put those here. Tiny item input, tiny item output, and in between I'm missing a maximum. So basically I'm just missing the ultimate energy, and I'm only missing the other superconducting. So let's go back here, superconducting. Ooh, only 3. Okay. So this is now stuck because in here it's making these, and even though it's 64 and 64, it's still not making them fast enough. So let me come back here and look at this. Oh, these need to be split. I need a machine. What's the time? Oh, wow, this episode is going so fast. You know what? I think I'm going to try and make the chicken. I think I do have the time because this is not crafted anyway. So let's start with the chicken today. Who's the chicken? If you make a large puppet and really squeeze it, it might come alive. Who would have thought? Spawn chicken. So I need 64 white, 2 black, 6 orange, and 2 red wool. If I go to black wool, these needs it, these needs it. Okay, so we're going to make it simple. Do I have black pigment? No. How do you make black pigment? Black pigment is pulverized charcoal, perfect, in water. Pulverized charcoal. You know what? Let's grab a stack. Yes, it's a lot, but it doesn't matter. We need black in other stuff, so I'm going to do a stack. It's just going to be simpler like that. So let's go and make a little spot for water, and let's throw this in it. That's going to give me 64 black pigment. What do I do with black pigment? I'm going to need it for the other colors. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab 32 white wool. I'm going to make 32 black wool. I'm going to keep 2 on me and throw that in there. Put the black pigment in here, and then the red, I need beet. So let me grab that, and I don't have a lot of beet here, so let's just come back here and grab 2 stacks of beet, and I'm going to transform 1 stack into red, and the other stack I'm just going to throw in here. And I'm going to make, nope, not block of iron, white wool. I'm going to make 2 red. Is that what it was? Let me just check. 2 red, 2 black, 6 orange, and now I need yellow pigment. Now if you remember, yellow pigment was sulfur and water. I remember because in the 3rd or 4th episode, if you remember, one fell in the water and I lost it to yellow when I didn't need yellow. So I have 64 like this. I'm just going to go like this and say, I'm only going to make the 6 for now because I don't really know how much of the other stuff I'm going to need. Throw the white wool back in there, grab 64. So now technically I have 64, 2, 6, 2. We're good on that front. We're going to go and build that. Before we go and build that though, let's just look at our superconducting, super 20. So now that we have 20, 40, 50, 56, start. Oh, come on, man. That was so close. Maybe 10? Will it let, yeah, and will let me do 10. So let's start 10. And while we're waiting, let's go in our giant room and let's build that chicken. So I'm putting a block down because if I click the wool, it's going to pad the room. I don't want a padded room. So that's how you get the craft started. So the chicken is a 3x5 in the back. Perfect. And now we're going to have to go all around like this. And I'm going to go second layer. Whoa. Like so. And it's 5 high if I remember. So one last layer for now. I think I forgot the eyes. So if I remember correctly, it's, I don't remember. So let's just go check. So it's going to be 2 red, red, red. Then it's going to be 3 orange times 2 like this. And where are the eyes? Yeah, the eyes are built in. So I need an axe. Axe, perfect, like so. And I need an eye right here. And an eye right here. Like so. Where's my other white wool? It fell on the side. And now I can close the head of the chicken, and the head is hollow. And I need an ender pearl. So, plus ender pearl, like so. Yes, and while it's transforming, I'm going to need some fences. I need the fences because I want to capture the chicken. So let's make 12 fences. Let's grab a hopper because we're going to need an egg. We're doing all of this to get an egg. So let's grab that. That should be one quest done. Yes, next quest is what came first, the egg or the cow? Clearly the egg, because we cannot get a cow without an egg. Let me just exit the room. If I go back into the room, what's the furthest corner? This one. So let's come right here, put a hopper down and fences all around. And let's put the chicken right here. And now we're waiting for an egg. So while we're waiting for an egg, let's come back out here and check our superconducting. That's another 10, which means that we only have 6 left to do. Can we do the last 6? Yes, sir. So let's come here and put another 30, 50. So we have 50 right here, and we're still waiting for the egg. And the reason we're waiting for the egg is to make the cow. But you know what? Let's look at the quest where we're at, because we're still only 32 minutes in. Like, this episode is flying. I thought I wouldn't be able to get so much done. So now we need Welcome to the Jungle, Coco Crazy. This is a rare drop from dirt. Unless you feel lucky, I'd recommend finding a way to automate this. This is kind of dumb because there was no point in automating it. I got a jungle seed right here. Okay, so that's good. And if I didn't need a jungle seed, well, I have a bonsai. I think I have a, yeah, bonsai oak, bonsai acacia, bonsai spruce, bonsai dark oak, bonsai birch, bonsai jungle sapling. So let's say that I grab this and I throw it in water. Guess what? Voila, a jungle sapling. So let's come right here and let's grab some bone meal and let's go and make some magic happen. We're going to grow a tree, although we don't really necessarily need a tree, but since we've unlocked it, let's go and do it. So put this right here, put this right here, and bone meal it. Collect it. Let's do another one. And let's collect it. Okay, let's do another one. I thought I would be getting a bit more saplings. This is kind of bizarre. I'm only getting 1 sapling each time. On this one, I'm going to get 2 sapling. Yes, I did get 2 sapling. So let's do this again. And there's really no point in me doing this, honestly. I'm just doing it kind of for the fun, and I'm waiting for the eggs. So let's just do another one. And I'm going to need the wood to produce the cocoa. Nope, that's not the right move. It's like this. Yes, let's collect it. And you know what? maybe I should do it until my axe break. And it's broken. Perfect. Do I have an egg? Still no egg. So let's go look at what the next steps are. Let's remove this dirt, grab all of this. So one of the reason I did this. Oh well, that was not planned. Axe. No, I want a steel axe. So steel. Nope. Like so. And sticks. I want the treated stick to make the good axe. And now I can go. Ah, voila. I was wondering why the field was not repairing itself. So the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use these fences, and I'm going to fence this corner. This is the corner where I'm going to have the cow. And, oh, not like this. But give me 1 second. I'm going to go and put the jungle wood like this. And that's where I'm going to grow my cocoa. So let's break this and grab it. And now let's go check. You know what? Let's show this in the system, this in the system. That too. I don't need this cache. I don't need that. I don't need that. Don't need the axe either. Let's just clean up a little bit and let's go see, do we finally have an egg? No. So I need an egg to do the next step. Right now, oh, no, I don't, sorry. I need cocoa, the central ingredient of any cow. We need cocoa beans, and cocoa beans are gotten by sieving sand. If you remember, I have a sieving room right here. I'm going to grab a stack. I'm going to replace this, and I'm going to max it out. Just go crazy with the sand. And now I'm basically waiting to get my first cocoa. I only need one. I only need one. Maybe it got grabbed by the vacuumulator. Oh, no. Cacao. Nope. Maybe if I help it along. Oop. Well, that's not what I wanted to do. Finally, I got my cacao. My cacao. And like I told you guys, I only need one. And then I can just come out of here, put all the sand in here, leave here, and let's go and take care of this cacao. So now I'm going to need some bone meal. Bone meal again. And there's this. You know what? Let's put you right here because I don't want you to grab those. So grow and break. And now we have 3. And grow. And break, break, and break. Now we have 9. So we need, I'm going to make at least a stack, maybe a bit more, because anyway, we're waiting for the egg. And the episode is still in a good timing. This is a very productive episode, and if you don't hear it in my voice, I'm super happy about it, because it means that there's a chance that next episode we're going to be, well, I say there's a chance. For sure, we're going to be able to craft the High Impact Compactor next episode, which means we're going to be able to get all of the diamond we want in a reasonable manner instead of blowing it up. And we're going to be able to, I think we are going to have enough hub graphite to make our diamond pickaxe. Can you believe 25 episodes before we get our first diamond pickaxe? Diamond's a real adventure in this mod pack. Perfect, so that's still not 1 stack, but yes, I have my egg. Perfect, so that's another quest done. So let's come back here. Quest done. Moo ha ha! Cows are cool and milk is nice. Spawn cow. We need 64 brown wool, 3 gray, 13 light gray, 2 black, and 2 white. So let's just, I said we needed 1 stack of this, so let's just continue until we have 1 stack. Then we're going to make our cow. I said then we're going to make our cow. And we're going to get our slime. We're going to make our input hatch, and we're going to stop the episode there. And I'm going to use the time lapse to continue automating a couple of things. And I'm going to also use my time lapse to just prepare the two the two 13 by 13 by 13 room, because we need 2. Why? We need 1 to build the high impact compactor in it, and we need a second one to to put in the middle. It contains a 13 by 13 machine inside. So let's come out of here, let's come back here, and let's grab some wool, and let's make a, oh, that's not the right one. Let's grab a stack of wool. That's why I prepared the wool in advance. I knew I was going to need it. Throw that in there, throw that in there. So 64 wool, and let's just search for wool. And the black, we're going to need 2. And now we need we need gray pigment. So gray pigment. So we need gray dye. We're going to need 3. And light gray dye, we're going to need 13. Oh, I made 18. Too bad. So white wool, give me 18 gray wool, give me 4 gray wool, and what else? So let's look at the quest. We need 3 gray, 2 black, 2 white, 13, and 64. So 64, 2 black, 3 gray, 13 light gray, and 2 white. Perfect. Let's go in here and let's go build that thing. So the moo cow. The moo cow is a bit more complex of a craft, but it's the same thing. It's a base of brown. And I'm just going to recheck it. I don't know if it's 3 or 4 wide. So if I come back here, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4. Perfect. So, like so. Oh, it's not even like that. I already screwed it up. Crazy, eh? I kind of forgot to verify the front. So let's grab that axe. And this is going to grab my wool. So this doesn't go there. And this doesn't go there. And this doesn't go there if I remember correctly. Let's just go check. The front, it's light gray, light gray, light gray, and dark gray. So dark gray, light gray, light gray, light gray. Let's check it again. And there's no way to accelerate it turning. That's annoying. And it's empty. So then it's going to be 2 eyes and black, and 2 gray in front. So all brown. All brown. Eyes, and black, and brown. And then 2 light gray right here. Then it's brown, 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 and then the 2 horns, like so. That should be the whole front. Yes, that's the whole front. Oh no, another gray right here. So a light gray right here, like so. And grab all of that back. And now the rest is all brown except the top. So if I look at the top, it's going to be 2 streaks of gray and the second block right here gray. So let's go back in the back. So like this, and 2 streaks of gray. Like this, like this, like this. And was it the first one or the second one? It was the second one. So this one is also a gray. And everything else should be brown, except the streak has to continue right here. Out. And then everything else is gray. Brown, sorry. So like this. And I went from this episode is going super well and fast to now I'm at 40 something minutes. So now it's too long, but it's okay because I got everything done in one episode that I thought I would get done in 2. So this is going to give me my cow. And I'm going to... Does it work with a tank? I don't know if I can milk a cow with a tank, but I'm very curious. So in this mod pack, one interesting thing... No, I can't. One interesting thing of this mod pack, though, is that this cow is infinite milk. See? Technically... Usually in Minecraft, when you milk a cow, you need to wait a couple of minutes before you're able to milk it again. That's 10 bucket. And we're going to need a lot of slime And I don't want to have to do this again next time, so let's just get a bit more, and we're going to get the full 20 buckets. Perfect. Oh, can you please give me my morphing tool? Okay, let's go back out of here, and I'm going to need, do I have a stone barrel? Stone, yes I do. Perfect. Stone barrel. And that's 20 buckets, so I need some mushroom. I need 20 mushroom. You know what? I'm going to grab 10 like this and 10 like this. And I'm going to set up myself right here. Put this on top and put this to output. And voila. So now I can just go super fast. That's a lot of slime. And thank God they don't hurt me. I'm just going to transform all of the bucket of milk, and then I'm going to kill all of the slime. This is ridiculous. Slime hunting time. Fun game. Great. So that's done. We now have 17 slime and 20 slime block. What's the quest? Right here, milk drinker, not appreciated in Skyrim. Okay. And then fermented slime milk. Ew, gross, slime block. So the only quest left here would be to make a scientifically accurate, this is how emeralds are formed in nature, perhaps. So to make a block of emerald, you need to use 26 slime block around the graphite block. So that's not a rush. We don't need to do that right now. And I don't know why this is filling. I'm going to have to figure out why this is getting full. Okay, so anyway, not important. Let's come back here. I'm going to grab my 56. Not my 56, my superconducting magnet. And I'm going to grab all of them so that the quest will recognize them. 56 superconducting electromagnet. All we need is the ultimate energy hatch. So let's come right here. Ultimate, this is going to be the last thing. Ultimate energy input hatch needs a cryostabilized flux duct empty. Do I have what it takes? No. Do I have what it takes? No. Oh, that is so sad. Okay, so I'm not going to be able to make the last level, but I'm at least going to make the other level. So let's just make 16 torch. I'm just going to make 8 repeaters, or I'm not. So I'm out of stones of anything. I didn't know I was going to run out of stone. So let's just make some stones, put the slime ball in here, and just make these 4 perfect. So now can I make the repeaters? 6, 7, 8. Perfect. Let's show that in here, and let's start from the bottom. So first level is this one. I don't have redstone block. Come on. Put 2 blocks of redstone. I wish we had drawers in this. It would be too powerful, but drawers are so amazing. So a tiny energy output hatch. Now we can make the next level, and I think it's always the same thing until you get to slime. Yep, now we're at the slime level. So this is going to be the recipe for the slime level. And ludicrous, and this is the last level, and the last level we're just missing the cryostabilized flux duct. So that's going to be it for today, because now it's time for the time lapse. So in my time lapse, it's going to be super simple. I'm going to be making 2 more maximum compact machine like this. If you look here, compact 12, I'm going to just take a second, come in here, replace this with a cryo-stabilized flux duct, and nope, what I wanted to do. Just take those out. I'm going to have these 12 start transforming. Yes. So in my time lapse, I'm going to make 2 maximum compact machine, one for the High Impact Compactor, and one for the core of the machine, because as you can see from the quest, we do need one to put in the machine. And I'm going to also set up, right, if you look at this room, it's all jumbled and there are things that doesn't fit anymore. So what I'm going to do in here is I'm going to set it up, and I'm going to set up some, so first of all, I'm going to configure 2 alloy furnace, and I'm going to split the recipe, because if you remember the tough alloy recipe, this one, it requires ferroboron alloy. It requires ferroboron alloy. So I'll put the ferroboron alloy in a second alloy smelter, and I'll put the magnesium diboride in a second, so that since this one, they're based on each other, one is going to be able to start and craft from the other. I'm also going to set up a fluid transposer and a fluid infuser for redstone, and one of each for the cryo, and one of each for the ender pearl. Like, I'm just going to make sure that whenever I want to craft the other things, that I always have a crafter and a recipe. So I'm going to do a big cleanup in here. And finally, probably going to make another, what's the name of the machine? Nope, not the pulverizer. Another induction smelter, just to be able to craft the infinite crafting of rich slag. Because if I look at this right here, I'm just going to go plus. If I want to make some phyto grow right now, I can't make phyto grow because I don't have rich slag. And if I come in here, I feel pretty confident that the phyto grow is going to be over. Yeah, no more phyto grow. Oh, there's still 34 here. So I still have a little bit of time, but that's what I'm going to start with, because I need the rich slag, and I'm going to put the rich slag creation in this room right here, because there's a lot of space for it, and I already have the importer. So what I'm probably going to do is move the importer on a chest and have the vacuumulator export to the chest. And the reason for that is I want to also make sure that the sentence that I'm trying to make are complete. Now, so that I can also import all of the rich slag. So I'm going to extend the power here, and I'm going to put it right here, and I'm just going to auto output to a chest that the vacuumulator is also going to output to, so that I can import everything in our system. And it means that in the next episode, we're going to set up the High Impact Compactor, and we're going to need 50-something thousand. So this is generating 45,000 per tick, and the other one is generating 30. So both in total should end up giving me the right amount. Oh, and by the way, if I come here, I fixed my LEU problem. 942 LEU. And I've made the setup where I did put an exporter with uranium grit in here. I maxed that one out because I needed a lot of uranium-238 to craft the plates. So it's the same setup. The only difference is that it's in a bigger room, and I can grab you. It's in a bigger room, and it's flat out so that it makes as much LEU-235. By the way, I'm starting to think that maybe I will also upgrade this reactor. Like, there's so much more space. I could make so much more power, but probably going to do that only if I need it. Oh, also, I'm going to, in my time lapse, probably going to craft a couple of exporter. If I remember, I have a couple of diamonds nugget. Yeah. And I'm going to figure out why this, you know what? That's going to be the one last thing. Oh, I have to export the 16,000 wood, and I have to make sure that the tiny coal needs to be crafted into coal. Maybe that I'm going to auto craft, I'm not sure, something like that. And what else is taking a lot of space? You know what? The slag I really don't need. What do I do with slag? Clay, dirt, concrete, asphalt, phyto grow, but the bad kind that I don't want. Yeah, so the slag, you know what? The slag is an output from the steel automation. So maybe I'm going to put a cache in the back and just have a cache fill and have a external storage on the cache so that I don't ever have to put it in my system. Ooh, up. Okay, so let's take one last thing. If I come in here, this hasn't been filled in a while. And this is something I've not yet automated. Substitute. Let's put all of this in there. How much more can I put? I can put a whole other stack. So let me grab another stack like so. Perfect. And I need some up graphite. So throw that back in here. Up graphite. How much? Ooh, 693. You know what? Graphite dust. I hate when I'm trying to grab one resource and it just gives me everything else. So I'm just going to fill that out. Perfect. All great. So now we're going to be ready for the next episode. Look at this beautiful creation of up graphite ingot. And I'm not even done with the substitute. There's no point keeping some. Everything. So the substitute is something that I could automatically fully export to. Just beautiful. Look at that. So many up graphite ingot. Okay, right now I'm just obsessed with my success, but it's amazing. So this is not even emptying fast enough. And this chest is not emptying fast enough. We're going to have so much diamond, everything's peachy. So really now, time for my time lapse. I'm just talking too much, and now I went from, wow, this episode's really fast and I got so much done, to, oh crap, it's more than 56 minutes long. So I'm gonna go into my small time lapse where I'm gonna fix a couple of things. I'm gonna get ready for the next episode where we're going to set up the High Impact Compactor. And with the High Impact Compactor, we're going to make our first diamond pickaxe. And because we have so much hop, we're going to be able to make our diamond pickaxe. And we're going to be able to move forward with the quest. So guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye now!